When it comes to deer nutrition, we depend on a 365-day-a-year system. That's why we rely on Big Time.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom.
The Raven Project is brought to you by Big Time. Attract, develop, grow.
That means what I think it means. We're in trouble.
Case IH. Rethink productivity.
Dear Lord in heaven.
Hawk Optics. Vision accomplished.
What is Sam Hill?
Deer Grow. Better food plots, bigger deer. Scentlock, the most effective whitetail gear ever made.
Better find myself some camouflage.
That's our manual labor right there.
I'm telling you, that's Manuel over there. Just call him Manuel. It's about time we get something out of him. It's only took him, what are you, 25? You don't stick around long enough to learn how to do anything else, so we got to give you the simple manual jobs.
I can't believe
You know, like the stuff that we can train a monkey to do. I might run into Stringtown and get lunch. What do you want?
Just sandwich anything.
Bologna and cheese?
Fine, I'm easy.
Man, I don't know how y'all eat that bologna.
You don't like bologna?
Get you some of that liver cheese while you're in there.
No, I'm out on liver cheese. You got to draw a line in the sand somewhere, and right between bologna and liver cheese, that's where my line goes.
Stuff looks disgusting.
You know, in bologna, you got lips and buttholes ground up. In that liver cheese, you got lips, buttholes, and a few extra additives that I ain't all about. Man, just like every other single year on the Raven, we got a very short window, just like always, to get a lot of work done. We got rain coming. I leave for North Dakota next week. We have got a heck of a lot to get accomplished this weekend to be able to get this pulled off.
So let the chaos begin. We got a lot of work to get done, and even more important, not enough hands. We really only have, me and Randy for about 60 food plots. Cody, he's here, but if you know Cody, you know how that's going.
You know what this thing reminds me of? One of those over-the-shoulder baby holders. We got a all-hands-on-deck situation. We got me, my brother, Dustin. We got Mr. Smith coming out from Deer Grow. We even got Big Joe, our buddy from Big Time, coming. We're pretty excited to have him, and obviously he knows his products better than anyone, and we love our Big Time, and hey, we love our Big Joe.
If none of these food plots come up, we're blaming it right on you.
So up until now, the weather has been dry. We had about 60 days where we didn't get any rain at all. But we've got rain coming Monday. We got 2 days to get everything done.
The list seems like it's a mile long for this weekend. We got 28 plots to get in on the Raven. We got blinds to get up. We got stands to get up. We got fertilizer going in. We got drilling. We got seeding. The list goes on and on of things, and I don't know honestly how we'll ever get it done in 3 or 4 days.
You ready to go?
Buy me a biscuit for real.
Hey, don't be worried about no biscuit. We'll get you a biscuit.
I forgot my wall on the mule.
I bet you.
I can't believe he showed up this morning. We got a full day of work out of him yesterday, and then he shows back up again.
Boy,
Hey, he's here
What
for
has got
you.
into you?
it's called adulting, boys.
You're the new Cody.
Hey, I'm wearing off on you, ain't I?
Yep.
Here's the thing though, I was all proud of him for showing up on time.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Can you buy me a biscuit? I forgot my wallet."
Oh my, the old forgot my wallet.
He went right there and went right back down.
Just fell on his face. Hey, this is where all the bad decisions and planning starts right here, every day.
Stringtown store.
I'm just glad you could be a part of it, Joe.
I drove 5 hours for a bacon sandwich.
So if none of these food plots come up, we're blaming it right on you.
That's fine.
You're supposed to be the brains behind this operation today,
That's terrible.
getting us kicked off. We got so many. Well, we got half of them probably done last weekend.
Yeah.
And
We need a
then
lot of help though from you.
You're gonna look good hand spreading 30 or 40 acres of plots today.
Warmed up.
Y'all already ate? Y'all already got your biscuits?
We've been waiting on y'all.
Oh, man.
Been here all morning.
Those gentlemen and scholars. Let's go get some biscuits and get going. We actually had a little micro plot right here. We call this the chicken coop, but we come in here a couple weeks ago with a dozer and expanded it about twice as big because it was so small, they were just eating it up so quick. The part that we expanded was all timber, so we come in here with a dozer, we dozed it out. The problem is when you do that, it starts really, really rough. Like we got stump holes over here all down this edge. You can see where there was bigger trees in. So Dustin's on the tractor right now, disking. We're trying to go over these stump holes and kind of just help fill them in and smooth them out and get it pretty level. And then we'll go get the colopacker. We'll colopack it once, get a nice firm seed bed. We're gonna put in the main event blend from Big Time. It's a new blend this year. It's got radishes in it. It's got several different kinds of brassicas. So it's a good mix for pretty much the whole entire season. So that's what we're gonna put in right here, and then fence about a ½ acre with the Hooyman electric fence system, because it's not a super huge plot. And with our deer numbers on these acre and a half plots, they just mow them down if you don't fence them off. So we'll save about a ½ an acre, pull the fence down about a week before we start hunting, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it should work. Boy, some things just never change out here. Chunking rocks, chunking chunks out of this new plot. Oh, squirrel meat over here. Just like last year on the old cell phone. Not sure what he thinks he's accomplishing out here on the Raven, but it's hard to get anything out of the boy. Look at him. Just walking in circles, talking on his phone.
You know, the chicken coop's one of my favorite plots on the farm. I mean, you never know what's gonna show up. Most importantly, you got good cell phone service. Everybody's talking about me being on my phone, but what the people at home don't realize that I was out here like the last 8 days in a row without a camera in sight. So I've been freaking working my butt off, and this is just another day out here for me.
You may have been. I can't remember. My mind slips me in my old age sometimes.
Are we hand seeding this?
Yeah.
What?
You know, a lot of people say, well, my deer don't eat turnips, or they don't only hit them here or there. So we developed Main Event because we wanted to provide a blend with just total super high tonnage and attraction. You know, we have our last stand, which is basically turnips, kale, and forage rape. We wanted to broaden on that. We wanted to get higher tonnage and everything, so we added the radishes. We added more variety of turnips, so it's not just, you know, the big purple top or a small 7 top. We want that variety in there. And then, you know, adding the collards to it, it's just a different variety, because they're always gonna change their palate throughout the season. This is gonna offer you something for the entire season, not just early or late. And it's just gonna stick around the entire time. Stays greener longer with the cold weather, but they're also gonna hit it right off the bat with those greens on top.
Actually, just go to the road. Just go to the left edge of the road, but just start right back here so you don't miss anything. We'll see how you do. Hey, this is your plot, so we're putting it all on you. So if you screw it up, you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Okay, turn it to 1.5 and then do the trigger.
No.
Do the trigger and then turn.
Yeah, you gotta keep, goodness gracious, man. You don't listen to anything. The kid don't want to work. All he wants to do is show up the opening weekend of bow season and be here to hunt. That's all he cares about. Back it, are you not hearing what I'm saying? Back it off to like 1.5. We've got to give him the jobs that you could teach a monkey to do. Dude, get on your line, man. You're way off.
It's like a monkey trying to screw a football.
I'm gonna really lay it on thick, about 20 yards in front of my stand.
Now you just stopped it with it open again, so now it's gonna be jacked up again.
Oh Jesus, we're not gonna make it, are we?
Should've just kept him at home.
Man, my brother in food plot season is just a mess. I mean, this dude's dirty, sweaty, nasty. Just look at him. Looking like a McGriddle from freaking McDonald's.
Hey, come back on your same line.
That's matching.
Come back on your same line.
You need syrup on your pancakes as well?
Get rolling, dude. We ain't getting nothing accomplished.
Old Randy's got a pretty nice comb over. Sometimes I just want to take scissors and just cut that little flap of hair off of it.
Dude, we got stuff to do, man. Seriously. Quit jacking around. Or give it to me and let me get it done. We got the Onyx pulled up. We're going around this plot, just double checking. I got the tracking feature on, and we're tracking our path here just to double check the acreage so we know how much seed to put down of foundation clover. It's a cool feature of Onyx, of being able to trace every step pretty much. This is a brand new 6-acre field that we put in right here, and eventually this is going to be a destination field for us. We'll probably eventually put like 4 or 5 acres of it in standing beans next year, but it's super rough right now. What we did is we come in here this morning and Dustin, we picked out and mapped out about 1.5 acres on Onyx, and he dissed it up really good, and we'll come back and cultipack it, and we're gonna put foundation clover in on this 1.5 acres right here, and then we'll put a radish blend, probably main event, maybe some long range on the other 4 or 5 acres of it. And this should be a big field for us. Man, just looking at some of this new dirt, even when Dustin's went over it with a disc, you can just tell it's not even hardly cutting in. I mean, it's super compacted, and we limed it yesterday, and we'll come back on top of it, and we got some new product called Plot Till from Deer Grow, and it's gonna actually help break down that compaction. A lot of this has got a lot of clay in it. It's super dense, compacted dirt, so we wanna break that down and allow those roots to go as deep down vertically as they can. So that Plot Till from Deer Grow really helped break down the compaction of this soil, and I think once we do that, I think we'll be in good shape. What you think about it? Man, I don't even think we need to cultipack it before we spread. I think just spread and then cut and then just roll it down. And it's pretty firm. Get the cultipacker. You can do that while we'll spread it. We got the spreader and everything with us, so sounds like a good job for Cody. Spreader man.
All right, we're gonna do this the smart way.
That ain't gonna work. Dude, just walk it. That's not gonna work.
What do you mean? Look at this. How's that any different than what you're doing?
Okay.
All right, Joe.
Go slow, like 2 miles an hour. If your man's smart enough to operate the spinner back here. Hey, this is gonna look like crap. Are you putting out any seed? Man, good help is hard to find. I may as well just walked it myself. Hey, just give it to me.
The Raven Project is brought to you by Outdoor Edge Knives, Field to Freezer, and everything in between. Hooeyman, your land, your legacy. OnX Hunt app, know where you stand. Baker Implement, trusted equipment of the Raven Project.
You ordered all that today, didn't you? Okay. All right, I was just making sure. And you had 2 of them in stock? Right. That's it.
So Cody and I have it to ourselves today. Dustin had to go into work. He had a couple things going on at Baker Implement.
So Cody and Randy are out at the farm. I'm working, trying to make, keep the light bill on. Ain't heard anything from them today. Hopefully they're getting something done. We got 28 acres left to plant this weekend, and I'm hoping I don't have to do all of it myself.
You got that tire, Cody? Major breakdown on the Raven, as normal. And Dustin can't blame this one on me. Yesterday, we were drilling, and he run the press wheel off the rim, messed it up, messed the rim up, so we just got it back. I'm about to try to put it back together and hopefully be able to jump back on this thing. We still got about 28 acres of plots to put in, so we're trying to beat the clock as normal. All right, spinner, much better. I think we got her. I'm fairly confident Dustin screwed up more stuff than I have this year. Boys, I'm becoming quite the mechanic. That's hard on a fat boy.
I don't know why out of all the days in the year, we got to pick the hottest day to hang stands.
You would gripe if it was January and 20 degrees outside. The fact of the matter is we've got more stuff to do than we can get checked off the list before it's time to start hunting, and this is just one of many, but we've got to get a set of millenniums, man, in that donut plot. We've never had a stand or a blind in there. We're busting butt, man, around the Raven all over from one end to the back, getting these plots in. But one thing that I've had on my list ever since last year is getting a set of millenniums into the donut plot, man. After last year, seeing on trail camera the activity in there, we've never had a set in there, we've never had a blind. It's never been hunted a single time. So top of the priority list for this weekend was making sure that we get a good set of stands in that plot to be able to utilize it this year. Kind of the reason we're hanging this spot in the tree that we are is when we come in here, we pushed up a windrow on this east side, all the way up this east side of the food plot. Most of the deer come out and come from the south right here with a predominant wind blowing across the plot from the west back to the east. So we'll be able to slip in behind this windrow right here. The deer won't be able to come into the plot, enter the plot from the downwind side because of it. And like I said, most of the deer, that should keep most of the deer from where they bed and where they enter the food plot on the upwind side, which is where we want them. Most of these sticks that we use are 20 foot, and I feel like somewhere in that 20 to 25 foot range, you know, kind of in that window is usually about right, because what it is, one, am I up high enough to where I'm getting out of normal view of a deer looking up at me? You know, if you get too low, they're always constantly looking up and catching you. But also you don't want to get too high, because you get too high and then your shot angle is terrible. So picking a tree like this with a lot of cover is great, and also keeping that stand, you know, up high enough to where you're not in line with their sight, no matter where they're at in the food plot. So that's where I like to be at whenever I'm hanging. Well, if your wheel ain't touching, it ain't going to try, see if it'll go there. Hold up. Shit, I see part of the problem. Damn bolt's in the wrong hole. It looks like our wheel job didn't go quite as good as what we thought yesterday. We got to looking, Dustin thought it was running, the drive wheel was running crooked, and we got to looking, and the bolt hole is in the wrong, or the bolt is in the wrong bolt hole on the opposite side, which that was Cody's side yesterday. So, shocker. So I'm about to run and get some tools and see if we can get it right and go from there.
We show up and figure out that the drill's not even right and the wheel's busted. And they put the blame on me, and I'm just following orders. It ain't my fault. I'm the workhorse, just following orders.
Man, this day is turning out to be a dang fiasco. Drill ain't working right. Don't seem like one thing can go right for us out here, ever. This here's a mobile scouting mission. We had an epic fail a second ago. We tried to get in there, running a little late. Does blowing everywhere. There's some deer right there, little buck. So we got mobile unit 1 out. About to go see what we can spot with the hawks. It's a stressful 3 or 4 days on the Raven, man, because I take this stuff very, very serious, and I'm such a perfectionist that when stuff doesn't go exactly the way that we planned, or we have breakdowns, or something tears up, whatever it might be, I get stressed out because we've got so much work to do in such a small time frame. I've got a lot on my plate and I take it to heart, but it's so satisfying to finally get it planted, know that all the seed's in the ground, and now all we gotta do is sit back and wait on the rain. I mean, we're setting on go, man. Whenever we roll back into camp, it's gonna be go time, and I cannot wait to get this year kicked off on the Raven.
You kidding me? Come on.